Alright. What's up, folks? I got more Asylum footage from the Asylum show to upload, but I got a question today. Actually, it was like 6 days ago, but I seen it today because I had to catch up on YouTube. It was a question slash comment slash deal that it didn't really bug me. It just made me feel like I needed to make a video about it for beginners. Something that people just get into audio, car audio don't understand, or even audio. You know, you can go for home amplifiers also. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna go do a video without smoking, but it just can't happen. I can't think straight. Addiction, horrible. All right, so this comment slash question said, see if I can remember it all right. He says he wanted a little bump in his car, so he went to Walmart, bought him a subwoofer, amplifier, put it in his car. He liked it, but he wanted a little more. He also used max in his comment. When he said something about the subwoofer, he said it was like 1200 max. The amplifier was 400 max. Don't go by the max. You go by the RMS. Max ratings are bullshit. That's like fucking $100 amplifier says 5,000 watt max. It's not going to do 5,000 watts. Not saying that it's a bad amplifier. I'm just saying don't go by max ratings. Anyway, back to the comment. So he wanted a little bit more bump in his trunk. So he the subwoofer was a 10. He wanted to upgrade. He upgraded to a 12-inch subwoofer and put that in. Had a little bumping. Then he added his 10. So he had a 10-inch subwoofer, 12-inch subwoofer on, say, a 400 watt amp. Said it sounded great. Sounded great. Well, then somebody told him to get another 12. So then he'd have two 12s, right? So he did. And said it didn't sound the same. Wasn't as loud. He couldn't figure out why. Why would it not be as loud? Do you know why it wouldn't be as loud? Lots of reasons. First reason could be his box. He might have had his 12 in a good box, his 10 in a good box, and it might have sounded pretty good. But when he switched, he might have put his 12s in some shitty, crap-made box, and it's going to make the world of difference. He could have had ported boxes and went to his sealed, and it just didn't seem the same to him. Didn't seem as loud. He listens to maybe a lot of low notes in like bass, you know, low frequencies. Might not be as loud in a sealed box. It can be. You know, you get into fourth orders, sealed, ported. Whole nother story, but one reason could have been his box. So remember, a lot of your sound is about your box, not your subwoofer. I don't give a shit what subwoofer you got. You can take a really badass sub and put it in a shitty box, and a really shitty sub and put it in a good box, and the shitty sub will sound better, if you follow me there, in a lot of cases. So remember that. The next thing was, he said he thought about maybe getting another amplifier and hooking each subwoofer up to its own amplifier. Now in your brain, to the sight of somebody who doesn't know, 2 amplifiers means more power, right? Wrong. It's all about your voice coils and how you hook up your subwoofers to your amplifiers. Here's an example. This right here is a 2500 watt SoundStream monoblock amplifier. I can't remember exactly the ratings on it off the top of my head right now. So we're going to say it does 2,500 watts at 1 ohm. It does, say, 1,500 at 2 ohms. And at 4 ohms it does, say, 900 watts. I'll say 1,000 just to keep it easy in my brain. So 2,500 at 1 ohm, 1,500 at 2 ohms, and 1,000 at 1 ohm. Usually splits, so it's not like that, but we're going to pretend that it is. So if I put a single voice coil 4 ohm subwoofer on here, I'll be getting 1,000 watts. If I put 2 single 4 ohm voice coil subwoofers on here in parallel, then it's going to bring it down. It's going to cut your ohms in half. So you're going to take 4 divided by 2, and you're going to get 2 ohms. So then you're going to get more power out of your amplifier, because you're like telling your amplifier, hey man, send me some more juice. So you're going to get 1,500 watts. So say I thought, well, I'm going to buy 2 of these amplifiers. So, you know, they're 2,500 watt amplifiers. So if I put 1 sub on here, I should get 2,500 watts. And I put another sub on another one, I'm going to get another 2,500 watts. Well, you're wrong. Because you're going to be hooking up at 4 ohms on each amplifier. So you're only going to get the 4 ohm rating. You're only going to be getting 1,000 watts out of each amplifier instead of 1,500 out of 1. So you're cutting your power down. You're not really gaining. If I did the math right on here and split everything, you know, the 4 ohm, 2 ohm, and 1 ohm rating, you actually really wouldn't be getting any more power. I actually knew a guy who done it, and it didn't seem any louder. And I don't know, I had a million things going on at the time. It was a long time ago, and it didn't dawn on me. But he didn't add more power. He just cut his amplifier power. And so remember, if you want more power out of your amplifiers, you gotta get the right voice coil settings. That's why they have single voice coil subs, dual voice coil subs, quad voice coil subs. I don't even know what all's out there. New shit comes out every day. But you got to wire it down. Be careful on your amplifiers. They all have ratings. Some amplifiers only go to 2 ohms. It's only stable at 2. And you can also go under the ohm rating on a lot of amplifiers, on a good amplifier. Maybe even a shitty one, I don't know. But you got to watch your electrical. This amp is 1 ohm stable. I've run it at 0.5. I had 5 batteries going, 5 big batteries and all that. But it still got really hot and pretty fast. And actually this one in particular went into protect because it got so hot. Because my volts still dropped. You know, I didn't have a bigger alternator. I do now that I'm working on. It's a pain in the ass. So my point of this video is, for the guy that asked me, I can't remember, look how you wire your subs down. One place I always refer everybody to, because it's just always off the top of my head, is Google Rockford Wiring Wizard, or also the 12volt.com. They have wiring diagrams, pictures. I love pictures because I'm a fucking retard half the time. I see a picture and it makes more sense. But shows you how to wire in parallel, which you'll be wiring down, getting more power out of your amplifier a lot of times. Not always, because if it's 2 ohms stable and you wire, you know, it might give the most at 2 ohms. You know, who the hell knows. It also shows you how to wire in series, which wires up. And you do need to wire up. You know, you get a whole bunch of subwoofers going, certain voice coil configurations. You're going to have to wire some of those up, or you'll run your amp into the ground. It'll just run into protect, or some will automatically kick into protect. So remember your voice coil configurations. It's all about the box with the subwoofers, mostly about the box, not all. And max ratings. Fuck a max rating. Don't go by that crap. Some subs and amps will do the max ratings. Some won't. I don't care if you buy a cheaper amp or you buy a more expensive amp. I love all amplifiers. And remember, If you see a 2500 watt amplifier for $100 and you see one sitting right next to it for $400, there's a reason. There is a reason for that stuff. The more expensive one will most likely be closer to rated, or do overrated on some instances. Whereas the cheap one, you will not get that power out of it. But if it's at a good price, it might be worth it, because just go by your instinct. Don't be an idiot. Flea market, it's like flea markets. Flea market audio is fine. I've ran it. Known lots of people that ran it. I've heard some loud ass stereos on it. But it might not always be the best. Depends what flea market you go to. If you see some good shit, let me know, because I want to check that flea market out. But had to make this video. Don't know how long it is, but I just wanted to try to explain for beginners, because I actually get these questions a lot, quite a bit. Why this is like this? How come my subs? I added 10 subwoofers, but it's not as loud as this guy's 2 subwoofers. Well, there's reasons behind it all. Electrical is another one. You think you can just run your 10,000 watt amplifier off your little bitty car battery in your Honda Civic and your stock alternator and your 4-gauge power wire? No. No. You can, but you might start a fire. You'll probably burn your alternator out. Trust me, I've burnt plenty of alternators out in my day, and it's a pain in the ass. Costs money. All about the Benjamins, or the Franklins, or I don't know, George Washington, hell, whatever you want to prefer. Anyway, I got a bunch of work to do on my Civic. I got another badass banner to hang up, and yeah, RCA's to run. Shit. Yeah. Sorry for the language if it offended you. Tell your mom to go out of the room. Whatever. Have a good day.